Oh man, good morning. I think we will be able to finish the quilt top this morning. Trying to get this new angle right. There we go. It's not too bad. Hopefully that doesn't get in the way when I'm sewing the pieces together. But it should be fine. We will adjust. The stream is always adjusting. But yeah, we should be able to finish the quilt top. So my plan this morning is to sew the quilt top together, which should take a few minutes, if anything. Then I will put my Be Right Back screen up, and then I'll fold all my sewing stuff together, and then I'll get my ironing board set up, because I will definitely need the long ironing board today, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get the long ironing board out since I'll be ironing the big quilt top. I was getting there. My sentence was getting there. Okay. So I'm getting my big quilt top done. My quilt top done today. But unfortunately, I will not be able to do the backing or the binding because my quilt shop is closed and I don't want to go anywhere else to get my fabric because I want to shop local and shop small. Okay. Still a little crooked. I don't know what's going on. It's fine. You can see my mug in the background too. Boop. Okay. I don't know how I want to lay this out. Okay. I feel like I'm gonna need like a fourth camera, like all overhead eventually. One is just gonna be a stream full of cameras. One quilt block. Or one quilt strip. And then I guess I'll just take this quilt strip, this strip, and see if it's matchy. Hopefully not, if I'm lucky, right? And it doesn't look like it. Granted, I think it'd be kind of hard with this. Make sure I don't wrinkle it. Which I'm just messing it up. I'm just messing it up more, so I just need to put it down. I just need to put it down. There we go. It's down. Okay. Let's see. And it shouldn't be too hard. So the problem is I'm also not a big pinner unless I absolutely have to. So I am just gonna make sure it's the right way, put it on top, make sure it's together, and I will match the seams on the way. It's okay, I'm a professional. I am a pro. No need to worry. The beginning is always scary to me because it could always get caught underneath the needle plate. And I would have to rip it out of my machine, and I obviously don't want that. these two together. Perfect. So that's the blocks lined up. I gotta make sure that the blocks are lined up. Another one. Drinking my coffee at the same time. Okay. Give me 2 seconds. Man, I'm gonna get a copyright strike on that one. This quilt has not been too bad. Usually, confession time, usually when I am quilting and I'm sewing blocks and stuff together, especially like rows, I have to end up like stretching some of my blocks to make sure they match up. I know that's horrible. But this one, after I was done sewing the strips together, I was able to square it down, like each and every one of them, to 9.5. So that helped tremendously. And none of the blocks that I trimmed was too small to be trimmed. Basically, all of them was a little slightly too large to trim. So that worked out. All right, let's see how this first 2 rows look. It should be fine. It should be fine. I need like a big one. Oh, wrong way. There we go. This is the top. It's coming together. Lucky there. It's such a cute, it's the perfect baby pattern and everything. I love it. I just love fabric. I just love beautiful fabric. I love beautiful fabric. Okay. Sweet. So now we just have to do a couple more of those. And we'll be good. again, lay it down. My mug out of the way. Let's take a look at these two strips. They look good to me. Make sure they're the right way. And bam. Do it. Someone here? Usually my dog doesn't bark unless someone's here. Or she may have lost her mind. There's no one. No one here, no need to panic. Or she lost her mind. There's a high chance of that too. Man, I should really be using a stiletto because my finger is getting... I don't think it can sew my finger, but I don't know. I feel like I'm testing it every time. But it's fine. That'd be a great clip, wouldn't it? But I like to make sure that the fabric is being pushed underneath there and make sure there's constant pressure while it's getting fed into the feet. And I want to make sure these folds are folded in correctly and it doesn't get bunched up while I'm sewing. Like, man, this one just matches up perfectly. They all should, honestly, but I mean, there are some times where you just miscut or mis-sew just a little bit, and it just throws things off and make things a little wonky. But it's fine. It's quilting. Everything's handmade. Not everything handmade is perfect. I have to keep reminding myself of that. My nose itches. Okay. The strip is almost done. And I think there's only 5. Perfect. This chain piece, the last strip to the one we just got done. We sew them together. Oh wait, I actually have 2 more. My math wrong? My math might be wrong. There's a high chance of that. Oh, it's 5 by 6. 5 by 6. That's right. watch the last two sets be too matchy-matchy. So I think we should be fine. We should be fine. We are fine. Like, look at that. Fold. Line up. It's getting folded. I gotta lift my little feet. Okay, there we go. Make sure they're aligned. It's fine. I just accidentally put a little back stitch in it, but it's fine. It didn't cut it, thankfully. My little foot pedal can get sensitive. I'm so excited to finish this quilt top today. I really wish I went ahead and bought the backing and binding, because I didn't know my quilt shop would be closed until the 4th. But I tend to shop for my backing and my binding after I'm done with the quilt top, because I like to see the quilt top against other fabrics to make sure I'm choosing the right backing and binding. Because if this is my opinion, but if you buy it all at once, you might change your mind after the quilt top is done and say this isn't the perfect backing. So I tend to shop for my stuff very separately. So after I'm done with the quilt top, I go and shop for the backing and the binding, so I can hold the whole quilt top up to that binding and see what that binding would look like. Does that make sense? It makes sense to me. And it also lets me visit the ladies at the quilt shop more often. They're my people. Those ladies are my people, and I love to hear their opinions also, because I am not the best color person. Because I'm not the best at noticing what's a cool tone, what's a warm tone, what's a neutral tone, things like that. And those ladies have been quilting for decades, and I just love learning from them. Hearing what they think, because I value their opinion. They just see things a certain way. I go in maybe with an idea of a color that I would want the backing or the binding, and they let me, they show me other options that I don't think about. My machine is definitely needing oil. A little piece. I usually have my seam ripper next to me, but it is not today. Oh, okay. Let's make sure we sewed it the correct way. That'd be awful if I did not. I think we did. Here we go. There's 2. Right there. I wish I had a design wall too, like a quilt design wall, so I can show it off more properly than this. But I'll try to step back and show the whole thing after I sew it together. I'll probably show it multiple times, so I'll show it after I'm done sewing all of them together, and then I'll show it again after I'm done ironing them. Look how good it looks though. It's a cheeky log cabin looking quilt. I love it. I think this one will be the top because I like this more. They all look similar, obviously, but I kind of like this more. So I'm gonna go with it. This is my, well, it's not my quilt. It's a charity quilt. Okay. Might have booped my webcam a little bit, but it's fine. All right. Ooh, that one fed nicely. I love it when it feeds into the feet nicely. Always a good sign that this is gonna go well. Comfy because the quilt top is getting bigger, so I gotta make sure that the fabric isn't hanging down too much off, because then it'll throw the pressure of the feet off, and then we'll get very wonky stitches. We don't want wonky stitches. I'm gonna make sure this one folds down. I've never had a serious quilting accident. Physically, anyways. I have had a quilt that just turned out horribly, horribly, horribly wrong. That I of course you spend time on quilts and stuff, but this one was all bad. The placing, the fabric. I threw in a fire pit. Long story short, I threw that quilt top in a fire pit. There was no rescuing it. There was no way to fix it. I was also over it. It was giving me a lot of frustration straight from the beginning, from fabric choice to the cutting. I was just so frustrated with it, and then I started it. And then I put it up because I started working on another project. So it was in my closet for months. That just needed to be put together. But then when I put it together, it was wrong. Like, I got the layout wrong. And it turned out horrible, and I threw it in a fire pit. And I don't think I cried, but I was upset because that was like money I spent on fabric. Okay, it's fine. That one still haunts me. I think that's the only quilt failure I've ever had. Or huge quilt failure I've ever had. I've had a lot of quilt failures, but because none of my quilts are ever perfect. I've worked on a lot of frustrating quilts, but man, that one was another level. That one was another level, I tell you. I don't want to stretch the fabric too much, since these are strips. They're a little stretchier. I want to make sure the points are where they're supposed to be. Ooh, we're getting there. 2 more. 2 more. Hopefully I don't hit anything while I'm backing up. I know the light's going through it. But maybe when I'm finished I'll lay it on the ground and grab my webcam and point it down so we can get a picture of the whole thing after I'm done ironing. Okay, last one. Don't have much choice of configuration because this is it. My hair has been nuts lately, and I think it's because it's been so humid in December for some reason, when it's usually not supposed to be humid in December here. Nice, that one caught. Happy. I like to start it and then make sure everything is in its place, because it kind of helps me keep things steady while I'm lining things up. Think what I should do until my quilt shop opens for stream. I don't know if I want to finish up a project or at least do a quilt, the quilting part on another project, or we can all shop online together for a whole new project. This one is not laying in right. What am I gonna do today? I'm off work today. And I have a free day. So I'll finish this up, obviously. And I don't know, maybe I'll binge watch Cobra Kai. It's so cheesy, but I love Cobra Kai. It's so cheesy, but I love that. I love that show. Trying to bring karate back. I never took karate, but I always dreamed of it. And I like how they're bringing back all the characters from Karate Kid. Literally all the characters that's ever made an appearance. With their kids. They're older, obviously. Almost done. And like I said, after I do this, I'll go to my be right back screen, and it shouldn't take me more than 5 minutes to get my ironing board and stuff set up, honestly. And then we will finish it there. Well, at least this way it'll give me time to think about what I want for the backing, even though I'll change my mind once I get there, because the ladies will give me a different insight. need to turn this off. Coffee's getting hot. All right. Quilt top reveal. Ooh. Okay. Push my chair out of the way. Bam! Step back even more. Like I said, I'll turn, after I'm done ironing, I'll lay it on the ground and show you the whole thing with better lighting. But give me a few minutes to set up the ironing and I'll be right back. Alright, let's see how this is gonna go. It's probably not flip this anymore. Forgot all about this camera, huh? Well, let's see how this goes, huh? It looks like a mess in here. It is a mess in here, honestly. But we'll be fine, right? Kind of just give you an idea. Camera's crooked. You know what? It's just ironing. We'll be fine. It's just ironing. And then I'll probably have to do another seam change to show you the whole top. Tootie's annoyed with all the movement going on. I don't blame her. I am being especially loud this morning. Luckily, the top fits on here, so I don't have to do a lot of pulling and tugging, which looks like I'm doing a lot of it right now, but this is very minimal, trust me. For some quilts, it's really a lot and really long, but good morning, Gorilla Sheep. I think you made it just in time because I am about to finish this puppy up. How are you on this New Year's Eve? Well, I assume it's your New Year's Eve. I don't know where you're from. Hopefully you can hear me because the mic is out. Like, kind of away from me. Okay, thanks. All right, but yeah, like I said, you made it just in time. I'm about to finish this up. Well, the quilt top is about to be finished up. But that's basically 50% of the battle. Oh, okay. So your New Year should be in a few hours, right? If I have that correctly. How many hours are you ahead from the US? Because I know London is 8 hours. Seven. Okay. Okay, cool. And how do you celebrate New Year's Eve in Germany? Okay, so I live in Tennessee, so I'm on Central Time. Oh, there goes my cat. Nice, it's the same here too. We do nothing but shoot fireworks and get drunk. Yeah. See, my husband and I, we were planning on a trip to southern Germany, but we had to kind of cancel it because of COVID, obviously, but we would love to visit Germany. That's definitely on our list, but we want to hit up southern Germany first. It's such a big country. We'll have to do it in pieces. I think regardless of where, I haven't been in Germany, but I heard it is a beautiful, beautiful country. So we wanted to hit up southern Germany because my husband is a huge car guy. So we kind of want to hit up all of the car museums, obviously. But one of my coworkers, he spent, I want to say 2 semesters in Germany, and he recommended to go to Bavaria. And he said it was very beautiful there. But we want to hit up all the car museums, like a road trip of southern Germany, hitting up the car museum and end up at the Nürburgring. That's been a dream of his. But I want to road trip all of it. I want to road trip all of Germany. I think it'd be fun. I say it'd be fun, but I don't think I'll be doing the driving. Because when we visited Italy, yeah, he loves German cars. We went to Italy, and all they had were, of course, manuals, and he did most of the driving. And we went to we went to go to the Ferrari Museum, and we went to the Lamborghini Museum while we were in Italy. And that was a 4-hour drive from Rome, which is where we landed and ended up staying within Rome. We also want to visit northern Italy. If I made enough money, then I would love to visit all of Europe and just spend so much time there. Yeah, they are. I think they're within like 30 minutes of each other. So it was great. And then we were able to spend a day in London because our layover was 23 hours. And I didn't enjoy London all that much, in my opinion. I didn't enjoy it all that much. But the airport's nice. So I don't know if this is available in Germany, but this fancy iron that I'm using, you should definitely get it for your wife, just to add to her collection of quilting items. You're not sure you want to visit the US. I mean, the US is cool, I guess. It depends on where you go. And what you're interested in. I mean, if you ever want to go to Disney World in Florida is great. I thoroughly enjoyed Las Vegas, which is surprising because you think Las Vegas would be kind of crummy. But Las Vegas is actually very clean, very nice. A lot of shopping, a lot of gambling, obviously. A lot of drinking, obviously. But it's a cool place. But while we were in Vegas, we also went to the Grand Canyon, which was breathtaking. If anything, you would only visit the US for the national parks. But other than that, there's, I don't know. I'm trying to think what is a positive. Granted, my husband and I, we have visited other countries. It is crazy to say that how advanced other countries are compared to the US and how different everything is. My husband needed a root canal in Italy, so we had to find an Italian dentist, and it was next to nothing for getting a root canal compared to the US, where they would have charged hundreds of thousands of dollars just to do a root canal with insurance. But yeah, I mean, it depends on where you go to the US. There's good parts of the US, but it's not like Italy, it's not like Germany, it's not like the UK, where there's just so much rich history and beautiful landscapes and things like that. Alright, let me see if I can do this. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. We joke around about how the US is basically built like a corporation. My cat's not here anymore. I guess I can move this too. I'm trying to do this very delicately without damaging my whole entire office. And burning myself on this iron. But I have such minimal space, I have to do a lot of movement. There we go. Let me take this webcam, since it's easier to move. Show that it's done. How cute. But yeah. Hopefully your wife has been able to catch some of the stream. I'm definitely gonna have to get an overhead camera for this space, or a design wall for this space. But yeah, if you want brownie points with your wife, I highly recommend getting her this iron, where it kind of like lifts up on its own. Maybe for Christmas or something. Like it lifts up on its own. I don't know if she's seen it. I don't know if she knows about it, but super, super recommend it. I think you'll get brownie points. Yeah, it turned out pretty well. Brownie points, it's like she'll love you. She'll absolutely love you if you get her this iron. But yeah, it's a nice iron. It is a really nice iron. She can quilt for longer. Maybe I only got it because I was hoping it'll make me hate ironing less. And it made me hate ironing less just a little bit. Since ironing sometimes hurt my wrists, but this one is, you just touch and it just go, and then you let it go. But yeah. It's so nice. It's called Oliso, O-L-I-S-O. And it makes quilting just a little bit more enjoyable. I'm gonna iron the top for a little bit and then guess I'm done. I don't know where that one is. Oh, there it is. There's a few stragglers. Alright, have a good New Year's. Hope to catch you again. Thanks for always coming in and talking to me. No problem. I'm about to head off anyways. I'm basically done with this. But I appreciate it. Man, stream. I need to think about what we're gonna work on in the for the next few days, because this quilt top is done, but I have no backing or binding, so I may have to. Unfortunately, I guess I have to work on my other 45 projects I have that I should probably finish up. But I really, really, really wanted to work with this fabric and this pattern. But I'm glad it's done. I guess I'm gonna dig through my closet and see what I have. I do have a lot of projects that I can work on. Man. I should really, yeah. Let's see what we got here. I guess I can put the cat cam back. The cat's not there, but might as well put it back, right? I was digging around in my closet trying to find my project that I just need to baste and finish up together, but I ended up finding this pretty, let me show you here, this pretty jelly roll from the Tula Pink line. Focus. Maybe I can't focus, but yeah, I'm trying to focus on behind me. But look how pretty this thing is. I really need to figure something out. That's the thing, if I can just make quilt tops and not anything else, I'd be a happy girl. Just make quilt tops and somebody else do the backing, binding, quilting, the whole shindig for me. That'd be great, right? Well, I do have the backing and binding for this pretty one. So I guess maybe I'll quilt this one on stream. Should be simple. I say that, but I have no idea how I want to quilt it. It's fine. I enjoy lurkers. I am also a lurker in other people's stream. It is okay. I completely understand. I am also a lurker. I understand. You watching just is fine. I would also lurk it and watch somebody else quilt too. But this is also pretty. It's, I think the pattern's called chain link. But I had to, we're in, I'll just put Anne. I had to pick it up because my quilt shop was running out of it very quickly. Because I think this is Tula's new line. And I'm assuming you know who Tula is. And I had to pick it up. It's okay, I promise. But I had to get it. I had to get it because my quilt shop was having a sale. And if you don't get there, once they get the shipment in, it's gone. And I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I had to have it. But yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna quilt this, but I'll think of something. I have the batting, the backing, the binding, so I guess I should just finish it up, right? I should. It's done, but I guess that's the problem. I get so excited to use patterns and things like that, the patterns I have, and I want certain fabrics for it, but man, there's just so many fabrics. Oops. Oh yeah, like I love Yoder stuff too. I have a, oh, since you're here, let me go ahead and show you another top that I have finished, but haven't quilted. We're on the same page, Anne. We're on the same page here. While you're here, but here's another quilt top I have finished, but just, of course it's Tula. I'll show you this one last quilt top and I'll let you get back to your sewing. Because I'm sure you have a million like UFOs, unfinished project going on. But I finished this quilt top too. Yeah, no. And I think I got the layer cake in the Lineworks. This is Lineworks, right? I got a layer cake. I try to buy the pre-cuts as soon as possible because the pre-cuts go pretty quickly at my quilt shop. And look. But once again, I finished the top, but just haven't quilted it or finished it, you know? But I just had to do something with it because I just love the fabric line. Thanks. I think, what's this pattern called? I think this pattern is called Crazier 8s. And it is super easy. So easy to do. You can essentially shut off your brain and do this. But yeah, I have this finished, this quilt top finished. But I just need to get it together and just finish it, huh? But thank you. Yeah, take a look. I think I have it here. Let me quickly show you. If you just want something simple to do, yeah, here it is. It's called Crazier. I know it's upside down probably. Crazier 8. and it comes with all these different shape ruler, but it's all labeled and it tells you there's like A, B, C, D. It looks like broken glass, right? Oh, I don't blame you. I love their free stuff. I love free patterns. Well, I think, I want to say the quilt top I just got done making is a free pattern. But, I mean, you can do other things with it, obviously. Besides just what I did. But, yeah. I like ordering from Fat Quarter Shop. They ship things so quickly. But yeah, Anne, thanks for enjoying fabric with me. I'm glad somebody else loves pretty fabric as much as I do. I have rulers almost more than pre-cuts. Oh, Anne, come on now. We can talk about rulers now. I recently have been hooked on these Quilter Select rulers. I don't know if you have any, but like I absolutely love these Quilt Select. I have a lot of Creative Grids rulers too. Like I have tons of rulers, but I also picked up something for myself for Christmas. Yeah, they have like, well, here's my Creative Grids, and they have like the little grip, but these Quilter Select, they have like this nice matte finish in the back where it doesn't like slip unless you really put some elbow into it. At least get this size. I think, what size is this? 6 by, I want to say 12, 6 by 12, because I use 6 by 12 all the time, and they're awesome. I feel like I'm just doing a demonstration for you. And I've also picked up this, what is this called? And I picked up this one for myself for Christmas. It's the Stripology extra large ruler. So it's hard to explain, but it's amazing. It has like slots where you can put your rotary blade in and cut strips at the same time without having to move your fabric. This was expensive, but I bought it for myself for Christmas from my husband. I bought it for myself from my husband. I know. I surprisingly use this a lot more than I thought I would. I can't believe I've just now discovered it recently. I've discovered it in, I guess, the beginning of December. Discovered it at the beginning of December, and I bought it for myself for Christmas, or my husband bought it for me for Christmas. I mean, but this thing is amazing. If I had to recommend one over the other, I say save your coin and buy this Stripology ruler. Because when you're cutting binding, man, you're just going through it easily without having to lift your ruler, move it, lift your ruler, move it. Man, just watch a YouTube demo of it. That's what sold me. I watched a YouTube demo of it, and I ended up getting it. Man, well, Thanks for hanging around, Anne. I really appreciate it. What? You saw me next to ruler strip ollie. Yes, do it. Do it, do it. And it's not just strips, you can cut squares too. And it's been amazing. It has saved me so much time. But yeah. I hope I may be quilting tomorrow. Once I decide on what I'm gonna do. I may even quilt this one, who knows? I have so many unfinished projects that I have a lot to choose from. But yeah. Thanks everyone for hanging out with me today. I'm glad I got to share my passion with you guys. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to do a UFO one. I really am. I'm just gonna have to. I have everything for this one. So literally everything. But yeah. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I really appreciate it. Everyone have a happy new year. Bye.